Hello friend, welcome to Marine Engineering Hub. Today we are going to talk about the fuel pump timing in two-stroke engine. Okay, so how we are going to adjust the fuel pump timing in two-stroke engine today we are going to talk about. But before that, let me tell you that if you want to know how to adjust the fuel pump timing in four-stroke, so please watch my earlier video. I've already explained in that how to adjust the fuel pump timing in four-stroke, and this is the second part, the fuel pump timing in two-stroke. So let's begin the video. So first, before knowing how to adjust the fuel pump timing, we should know the first one term which is known as, very important, fuel pump lead. Okay, what do you mean by fuel pump lead? So basically, let me tell you, fuel pump lead is the distance traveled by plunger from the point at which the rise of fuel cam start or the follower start lifting till the position of the unit reaches its TDC. Okay, so basically what does it mean? That the distance traveled by plunger when it is means, right, suppose when the cam just start to move the plunger from, suppose the piston is at its bottom, and when the plunger start to move till it reaches the TDC, the distance traveled by plunger, that distance is called fuel pump lead. So now we know what is fuel pump lead. So I will also show you in the diagram in next slide, but before that let me tell you why it is important and what is the importance of fuel pump lead. So fuel pump lead distance is mentioned in the manufacturer note. Okay, and by measuring the fuel pump lead, one can adjust the timing of the fuel pump in MAN BMW engine, basically in two-stroke. So what does it mean? That by knowing the fuel pump lead, we can adjust the timing. Okay, so let's go to next slide. Now here, as you can see, that this is the top part. Okay, and this is the here is the plunger. Now suppose just now as you can see, just before TDC, means when the plunger is just at BDC, at that point of time the plunger is here, and this is a measuring rod which has been placed, and it has measured distance of D1 when the plunger is at BDC, and as it started to rise on its cam and reaches the peak position to TDC, the distance traveled by cam is now X with a reference to the top part of the fuel pump body. Okay, so this distance means D1 when it is at its bottommost position, and this X when it is at its topmost position. The difference between two will provide us the fuel pump lead. Okay, now by knowing the fuel pump lead, now what we will do, we will compare the reading with the manufacturer, and if we find out that any adjustment is required, in that case what we can do, basically the pump you can see this here is basically a fuel pump having without VRT. Okay, fuel pump having without VRT. In that case we can adjust the timing. A small bit of adjustment of timing can be done by adjusting the seam here. Okay, here by adjusting the seam here. So by pressing the seam here we can adjust the timing. Okay, but not in the VRT. I must make it clear, it is the fuel pump without VRT. Fuel pump with VRT I will tell you in next slide. Okay, so let's see what I have written here. So a small adjustment in the timing can be done either by adding or removing the seam. So where the seam is added or removed, here. Okay, now removing seam will increase the value of X. Okay, if we remove the seam from here, that will increase the value of X. Okay, which will advance the timing, and if we increase the seam, it will decrease the value of X, which will retard the timing. So a small adjustment of timing can be done by adjustment of seam, but if the timing need to be adjusted too much, then hydraulic cam to be expanded and adjustment need to be carried out. Okay, now let's move to the fuel pump timing in two stroke. with VIT. So basically here the thing is same, means we are measuring the distance with of the plunger when the plunger is at BDC, and then we are measuring the plunger distance when it is at topmost point TDC, and the difference will give us the fuel pump rate. But before doing this, what we are making sure that the VIT rack means VIT rack to be disconnected, okay, and VIT index to be set to 0. Means before measuring the fuel pump lead, we first make sure that fuel rack to be disconnected and VIT index to be set to 0. After that, fuel pump lead to be measured, and if changes is required, then a small adjustment can be carried out by adjustment of the VIT index. Okay, in without VIT engine, what we have seen, we are in smaller without VIT engine, we are adjusting the timing by adjusting the sim here. But with VIT, we are not adjusting or placing any sim. We are adjusting the timing by adjustment of the VIT index. Maximum 3 index changes can be done. After that, we have to make, if you want to make any change, we have to do it by hydraulically expanding the cam and adjusting the cam. Okay, so same thing I have written. If the timing difference is too much, then cam to be hydraulically expanded and adjustment need to be carried out. Okay, so now I hope you have now get a clear idea that how to adjust the fuel pump timing in two-stroke engine with VIT and without VIT. Please friend, please do like and subscribe my video. The email credit goes to marinediesel.co.uk.in, and thank you friend, please share the video.